Okay. Hey, friends, it's Deb. Welcome back to Thriving Alcohol Free with Mocktail Mom. I am so excited for today's episode. We're going to make a new friend today, Zane Curtis of Monday Morning, a bottle shop out in San Diego. What are we doing talking to a bottle shop in San Diego? Deb in Kentucky. I cannot wait to hear your story about getting sober and how it's been a superpower for you and how you started this business in under 5 weeks. You went from idea.
5 months, less than
Oh,
5 months.
5 months.
Yep.
5 months. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm making it even
5 weeks would
faster.
be real
Oh, wait,
fast,
yeah.
Deb.
Sobriety, you can go really fast. Yeah. So under 5 months from idea to opening your bottle shop. So I can't wait to hear about it. We're going to make a drink today. We're going to make a Yuzu Meyer lemon drop. You're going to make the lemon drop, the kava. We're using Kava Haven, which
Yeah.
is a fantastic ingredient. This recipe comes from All the Bitter, which is one of our favorite brands, husband and wife team out in Chico, California. But you guys, Zane's a girl dad. I'm a girl mom. And he's a big fan of the A Team. Is that what you told me? A big fan of the A
18.
Team. The A Team. So
1980s. Yep.
the 80s. Yeah. What year did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school in 99.
Okay.
I'll
Oh,
be
I'm
45.
89.
There you go.
Okay.
45. So
I'm a little bit older than you. But I'm really excited to just get to know you today and make this drink together. So
likewise.
you want to make our drink together and then we'll kind of get into
Yep.
hearing your story. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see, we've already measured it out. Should we give the ingredients, what we're doing? Making it in a shaker cup. Okay. So you're
Yep.
using like an actual, are you a bartender? Were you a bartender? Or you just know how to
No,
use you know how to use
I
it?
just drink a
And it
lot,
has your
but
logo on it.
look
Look
at
how
that.
nice that looks.
Yep. Our friends over at Bar Above custom
Oh,
made one for me.
they
Yeah.
are the nicest people.
They are fantastic. They're in San Diego also, so we do some collaborations with them. But for my
Oh,
grand
okay.
opening, they sent me a little branded shaker, which I will confess before we start this. Never
Yeah.
being a bartender, sometimes it gets stuck and you might see me like freaking out a little bit.
Banging
So
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's why. Never bartended in my life,
That's
just
why I
got to know
use
bartenders.
that's why I use this kind of a shaker. That's why I
Yeah,
use the
smart.
cobbler because I have no idea. Yes, I was never a bartender, never played one on TV. I was just a waitress at TGI Fridays once.
There you go.
Okay, so we've got our shaker cups, whichever kind you're using, guys. Put some ice in it, right? Or you can add the ice later. You don't have to do it right now. And then what are we putting in here? We're putting in, is
One
it
and
an
a half
ounce?
ounce kava.
1.5 ounces of, and I'm using Kava Haven. Is that what you're using? What are you using? Okay,
It's the only
perfect.
kava I use. Yeah,
Is it? Yeah. It's
it
such a
is.
nice company. Yeah. How long have they been around? Like 2 years, maybe?
They just hit their 1 year, I think.
My gosh.
Yeah,
Okay. We love new, young companies, right? Did
we
you call them,
do.
college kind of companies?
Yep. The college companies.
The college companies. Yes. I
We'll
love
get
it.
into that. Yep.
Okay. 1.5 ounces. And then we're adding 3/4 of an ounce. I'm doing yuzu. I'm actually using the yuzu super juice that All the Bitter loves. They
Nice.
recommend this. This is their super juice, but you're using lemon juice. Is that right?
We fresh squeeze all of our juices here,
Do
so
you?
we're just
Oh,
doing our lemon.
you got a lot of lemon trees there in San Diego. We don't have that in Kentucky.
Probably not. You get all the bugs, I get all the trees.
Yes, we get a lot of cicadas. Okay, and then we're doing an ounce. The recipe calls for Meyer lemon syrup, or you can just use a simple syrup. So
Yep.
I'm going to use an ounce of simple syrup. And
Simple.
typically, like in a lemon drop, it's made with vodka. We're not using vodka. We're going to use Kava Haven as our alternative. So
Yep.
yeah, what do you like about Kava Haven? What do you like about drinking it? Because I know there's people who are like, yes, no, don't love it.
Yeah, I mean, I've being the distributor in San Diego for Kava Haven, I've had to do a lot of research on what the brands are.
Yeah,
And Kava Haven, not just is it superior quality, it's also trying to do the simple fact of taking the edge off, where a lot of others want to make you feel, because like when you use the whole kava plant, the plant, not just the root, it's toxic for your liver. So that's what makes you feel woozy and whatever. The noble kava, the kava root is fine for you. It doesn't give you that feeling of like out of it. So I like their quality. I like their control that they do, and their
yeah,
flavor is the best. I've tasted others that just, you have to add a lot. And I'll use this real quick that I think alcohol tastes bad. So we put a lot of flavor on alcohol to hide the fact of it. If I have a base non-alcoholic that tastes bad and I have to add a lot of flavor to it, I'm not learning the clarity and that simplicity of what non-alcoholic can be. Kava Haven delivers that. It's simple, it's easy. You can sip it on ice, add it to soda water, or anything citrus, lemon, lime,
yep,
pineapple, orange. Like it just works really well. So
really,
I'm
really
just
well.
happy
Yeah.
with the outcome. Yep.
Okay, good. I love to hear that. Then we're gonna add what? A couple of dashes of orange, all the bitters. Oh, I love it. You got the little ones. There's the cutest, aren't they? Little purse bitters
They're
you have
just
there.
easy. Yep.
You're probably not carrying around a man purse, but you've got them. If
I
you
leave
need
them in
them.
my wife. I put them in my wife's purse. I'll tell you that
Oh,
much.
that's
So
perfect. That's
And
perfect.
then little
Okay.
fun fact that my bartender came up with on this, if you ever want to add a little more body to it, a little 7 sprays of fee foam on top will give you a nice
Oh,
little like body to it. So consider that in future.
okay. 7 sprays of what? What are we putting in?
Fee foam.
I thought you said sea foam. You're out in the ocean. What is it? Fee foam?
Fee foam.
I've never heard of this. What is that?
So I'll add dashes to mine just so we see it's fee foam.
Okay.
So, and then I'll show you kind of how it adds a little more viscosity. It just makes it a little bit of a more buoyant drink, for lack of a better word.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'll just do 7 dashes of that just to see how it works out.
Okay, sounds good. Great. We'll give it a little shake here. Okay.
See if I can't get it out.
Yeah, can you get it? Can you get it? I can open mine very
Got it.
easily. Look at you, you did it. Very
Yeah, you
nice.
see it. And then
Very
yours
nice.
strains and everything, huh?
Yes, and I've got
Lucky.
I rimmed my coupe glass with a little bit of sugar, lemon juice and sugar. Okay, I'm super excited to have this drink. Day drinking, you can do all the day drinking you want, people.
Nothing like kava at 10 in the morning. So
Big time cheers to
cheers,
you,
Deb.
Zane. Cheers,
Likewise.
cheers.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. That's really
Easy.
good. That's
I
so
like it.
good. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you all the better. Thank you, Ian and Carly Blessing for this
And
delicious
thank you for all the
recipe.
people that make those ingredients for us, right?
Seriously, right? I mean, yeah, it all comes together.
It does. Well, thanks for having me.
That is so good. Okay, thank you so much for being here. All right, I want to hear about you. Like you got sober what? 2 years ago, did you tell me?
June of 23. Yeah.
So 2 years and 2 months ago, and you just woke up one day and were like, "I'm done. I can't do this anymore," or were you seeing a lot of stuff? Were you
My
sober curious for a long time?
I was never sober curious.
Mhm.
I was alcoholic curious more than
Uh-huh.
anything. Is my
Yep.
drinking a problem? Do I have a drinking problem? Do I do it too often? That sort of thing. So I had talked about it for many years prior, but in 23, there was a lot of things that led up to it. I think like my wife's dad passed from alcoholism. I
Oh.
got connected with my
Oh.
biological family and found out that alcoholism actually runs in my DNA. So a lot of things kind of led up to 21, 22, leading up to 23.
Mm.
Um, in January of 23, I did a 60-day challenge, kind of like those whole 75 type things. And it
Yep.
was work out all the time, read books, do all that stuff. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do that. So I took out sugar, I took out alcohol, I took out all of these things. And 45 days into that challenge, all of my journaling I realized was writing about my relationship with alcohol. I was feeling better. Why was I drinking? What was I doing with it? Anyways, 45 days in, Valentine's Day hit, and I thought my wife needed wine and got wine. And the last 2 weeks, my workouts were bad. I was back into drinking, and then it just kind of went downhill from there. So around June, we were out with friends on a Sunday night talking, and the wives were talking at the husbands about all of us drinking too much. And my wife
Wow.
said to me, she's like, your point is you need to find your why because you exercise, you're successful, you're married, you have kids. Like, there's no reason for you to stop. And I woke up about 4:30 that morning, and on a Monday morning, ironically enough, and
Wow.
realized that my wife was my why because when we got married, I told her in my vows that I wanted to give her a better life than she had with an alcoholic father. And
Oh,
by us spending 15 years talking about my relationship with alcohol and what it was, I wasn't doing what I told her I was going to do. So I told her
wow.
that morning I was going to stop drinking for her and went through the first year of absolute hell trying to get sober. And at the 1 year, 1 month mark, July 5th, 2024, I said, I'm going to open a bottle shop for San Diego.
She's your why.
Yep, she is
Wow.
my wife.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay,
Yeah,
so you
thank you.
decided to open the bottle shop,
Yep.
and what was the first thing you did? Were you already drinking non-alcoholic options? Like, for that first year, were you drinking
Yeah. So
alcohol-free
the
stuff?
first year, where it kind of happened was San Diego has very limited options, as I think most states do, right?
Mhm.
Non-alcoholic, unless if it's not distributed by big alcohol, you don't know what they are.
Yep.
So I was 5 months in, it was around November, and I wanted to go back to drinking because I was tired of drinking, and I won't pick on brands right now, but I was tired of drinking the same beers I can find at every grocery store. I was tired of the same spiritless options I could find at like, I was just tired of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had a friend, I was camping with him and a few other friends, and he was a couple of years sober. He goes, wait until you hit 1 year sober. Something magical unlocks. He's like, it's different for everybody, but at 1 year, something cool happens. And I was like, I can't do another 7 months with the same options. Like, I can't do it. And he introduced me to Go. And I had the
Yeah.
story by Go. And that was the first time I had a non alcoholic beer that did what a beer is supposed to do. And I'll explain the things I look for because where I think non alc falls flat every time, it has to have a second palate. it has to change and be something that just the flavors unlock and it does something. And there's many non-alcoholic options that I had been drinking prior to that fall flat. While you're drinking it, you're like, oh, it's beer, 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 and you just have to keep drinking it. So I ended up drinking 14 of them to try to keep the flavor of beer in my mouth.
Yep.
I can take a sip of the story. I can put it down. I can yell at my kids. I can go barbecue. I can shoot pool. I can go live my life and come back and take another sip. And I've tasted beer the whole time. So
Interesting.
I blame Joe and Matt over at Go that they're the reasons I opened a business because once I had that beer, it gave me hope for that there's other options. So then I started scouring the world and I found Beagle Puss and I found Mash Gang and I found all these beers. And I was like, okay, well, beers are easy. What about? And then it was spirits, and then it was wine, and then it was functional. And all of a sudden, that's where. So I spent the next 7 months realistically just scouring the world to try to get myself sober. And July of 24, I said, I'm going to open a bottle shop for San Diego. So as I joke
Cool.
with people when they come here, this is my drinking problem materialized for the benefit of San Diego. So
And how has it been received by the city?
fantastic.
Really? Really?
Yeah, I will. I'm not one to publicly share numbers, but I will
Yeah,
say from
yeah,
an
I wasn't asking. Yep.
entrepreneur,
Yep.
from the minute I've opened my doors, I have not had to put money into my business. And
Amazing.
I'm 9 months in, and I find out today about opening a second location. So the
Shut up.
response has been fantastic. Um, yeah,
Wow. Wow.
it's crazy.
There's like this little because I definitely have that entrepreneurial spirit, and there's that little part of me because there's not a place like this in Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm like, "Oh,
Yep,
I would love to," but I'm like, "I don't wanna have to, like, be somewhere every morning, every day." It's terrible to say, like, I work from home
it's
and
true. I will tell
right?
you,
Yeah, tell me the secret.
starting a business is really fun. Running a business is very hard.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
the thing that you just don't know about, I didn't know about because I'd never done this before, is my margin is what I run my business on. Because as a COGS business, I got to buy all the shit that I just sold.
Exactly.
So you could
Yeah.
sell $1 million in a year, but if it costs you 700,000 to get to 1 million, you're like, uh oh, what do I do now? And so it's just a
Yeah.
different journey.
Yep.
And so I started this thinking like, I'll just run my own business and be this entrepreneur. And now I have a team of 5 people. I'm yet to pay myself. And I'm like, well, this is different. So I'm a really good volunteer, Deb. That's how I look at
That's good.
it.
Yes, yes, and you can drink for free now. Now you can I mean, not free,
I
but
can
yeah, now
day
you can
drink.
yes, you
Yeah,
can day drink. You're not drinking for free because COGS, yeah, the cost of goods sold, right, is a
exactly. Yep.
COGS business. Yes. Love it. Okay. What's been your favorite part about having the store?
Realistically, it's teaching San Diego how to drink differently.
Mm,
Because
yeah.
what I love, I call them the accidental converts. I call them the people that are just surprised by it. Because we don't mention alcohol free anywhere. We're just Monday morning bottle shop. That's all that we say. And it's not until people come in,
I
they say,
love
"What are you
that.
guys?" And
I
so,
love
because
that.
if I said alcohol free, people wouldn't come in. If I said sober, right? Because I think part of the thing that I'm trying to create, not think I know for a fact, is I'm not anything. I'm
Yeah.
not AA. I'm not church. I'm not sobriety. I'm not sober curious. I'm just for everybody. And so if I label out there alcohol free, functional, whatever, I miss the wide net of people that are like, I don't want functional. I just want flavor. I don't want this. I want that. And so my favorite is we do a lot of sampling here. That's where I'm at right now is our lounge, like our bar side.
Cool.
We sample people on everything. And I know a lot of people do it, but it's just so fun to watch people's reactions when they're like, I've had certain brands before and I don't like them. And it's like, oh, but have you tried Sovi's red wine? Have you tried Tomorrow Cellar's red wine?
Yeah.
Have you tried Amethyst instead of a vodka that tastes watery and sugary? Like there's just different things. And so when people see it and the look on their faces and like all of that stuff, and I don't know, my other favorite thing. So it's the surprise for people,
I love
but
that. I
you,
love that.
other people similar to you said, I think you said 5 years for
Mhm, yep.
you.
5 years,
Some
almost
people,
5 years. Yep.
just like you said, you don't have a bottle shop like that in your city. I was the first in San Diego. There's nothing like this. And so for people to come in that are 7 years sober that start crying and just
Yeah.
hug you and say, I thought I could
Oh,
never have a sparkling wine again. Thank you. Like that's the stuff I didn't expect of it was I expected to be like, I'll open a bottle shop and see how it goes. But yeah, it's the
yeah.
surprise and those accidental people are like, I like your old fashioned better. So I stopped drinking. I'm like, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, the impact, yeah, and just the difference that's making actually, there's a gal in my membership, I do, like, a happy half hour once a week for just we get online
Mhm.
on Zoom and make a mocktail together, but there's a gal who lives up in the Indianapolis area, and we met in person, actually, for the very first time this past winter. I went up to a bottle shop in
Orange leaf? Yeah.
Orangely, yes, we
Yep.
met in Orangely. She lives near there, so I was there for a little book signing, and, she said, like, the first time she came, she cried when she was there the very first time because it was like the same thing, like, I can't believe I can drink. I can't believe there's something I can drink that's delicious. Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, what is your business background? What's your background that you were like, "Oh, let me go for this?"
Nothing.
None.
Um,
Have you ever had a business before? No?
no, never. So I've realized now all of my failed attempts in my life, and I still work my day job. That's part of the reason why I don't
Yeah,
feel like I need to pay myself. It's just like a hobby for me more than
that's great.
anything.
That's great.
But I did retail in my 20s. I did financial planning in my 20s.
Really?
Did a lot of
Really?
things. I was like, why am I doing this? And then 30s into now 45, it's more business intelligence, analytics, that sort of thing. So that's where my business acumen has come from.
Very cool.
But now, as I was setting up a shop and doing these things, it's like all of a sudden merchandising came out, and all of a sudden, like these things, and I was like, oh, I guess all those things add into what I'm doing now. So I was
Totally.
inadvertently trained by not knowing what I wanted to do until I was 40. So
I love that. I love that. It all builds. It all like, okay, this is
it
all
does.
it all does finally come together, right? At the time
Exactly.
you wonder like, what am I doing here? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
I
what
still
are
wonder
like
that, but I'm having
well,
fun.
yeah,
So
I know. Same, same. I'm 53, yes, and still wondering what am I doing with my life, but I'm having a great time.
yeah,
Having fun.
exactly.
Having fun along the way. Yeah. Did you ever imagine that sobriety could be so much fun and that you'd be having these kind of new adventures?
No, not at all. If you would
Yeah.
have told me 2.5 years ago I'd be doing this, I would have literally taken a shot, gone and talked shit about you, and then been like, that person thinks I'm going to get sober and open a bottle shop of non alcoholic. Like, I would have never imagined I'd be here.
Yeah.
And it's really funny to me. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
design in the shop is exactly that, though, is I didn't know, because, like, I don't know your journey of getting sober, but for me, it's like the first, I think, 0 to 3 months, you don't know what you're doing. I think 3 to 6 months, you feel like you can do it for a while, but at
Yep.
that stage, I was still trying to marry off my 5-year-old. Like, but when she's married, I can have wine again, right? Like, it's not forever.
Exactly.
I
Yep.
think 6 to 9, I tell
Yep.
people, is where you wrestle with your devil, and
Mm.
it's dark. Like 6 to 9 months, we get people that come in here now and we try really hard to just support them, because
Oh.
6 to 9 months is where most people fail. 6 to 9 months is where most people go back into recovery. 6 to 9 months is a really hard time. And for me, 9 to 12 is where you feel kind of beat up and you don't know who you are because you had to purge that part of you.
Yep.
And after 1 year, all of a sudden it's like, wait, I think I can do this.
I think I can do
So
this.
for
Yeah.
me, it's the freedom and it's the brightness. So, like, we don't have anything on the floor. All of our shelving is off the floor. We try really hard to just make it open and bright and feel freeing,
Hmm.
because that's the whole point of non-alcoholic. Like, I can drink 12 beers at a friend's house, and I can take one in my drive on the way home, and all of a sudden it's
Seriously.
this freedom that I'm like, I can drink whenever I want to, right?
It is.
If
It's
you
authentic freedom.
if you're gonna make this drink with alcohol, I'm drinking vodka at 10 in the morning. Like, my day is gone.
It's true, right, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yep, so whether you're doom scrolling from then on or whatever, you're just zoned out and not productive, right?
correct,
I wasn't
exactly.
living my life, I'd be zoned out every evening, just watching TV or shopping on Amazon, and then packages would show up the next day, and I'd be like, "Who ordered this? What is
Yeah.
this?" Do
See,
you
and
always
that's where
yeah,
I put together recently. I think that's the grind that we live in life. Is I
mm,
think the grind is tied to just substance. Pick what you want to pick.
yep,
But I myself would wake up and I'd feel dusty every morning, and I
mm,
would try to work out by 11 o'clock just to sweat it out. And then by noon, I'd have a beer at lunch, and then I'd just go back down into the slope. And you think about like how hard it was to wake up and how tired you felt and just all of that, where now it's like my wife calls it go mode. I'm
oh,
into my first cup of coffee in the morning. All of a sudden I just like my posture changes and I look at me, she's like, go time. I'm like, it's go time. I'm like,
go
I gotta
time.
go.
Go time,
So
and you're like
it's
and you're
just
holding your Go Brewing, you're holding your
exactly. I'm
beer. Yeah,
like,
your Go beer.
6:30 in the morning. I'm like, coffee's done, goes in. So, but I think that's the grind, right? It's like we're all just like, we work for that drink, we work for that joint, we
Mm,
work for that thing, instead of just learning like, what is this rhythm of enjoying life? And again, we're not against alcohol. I'm just against
same,
that alcohol is
same,
the only way to have a good drink. I
same.
think if
Yep,
you don't have alcohol, your option shouldn't be lemonade with grenadine in it. And you're like, well,
totally.
I feel like an adult. Thank you.
Exactly, exactly. No, I totally, totally agree. Yeah. Yeah, 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 100%. Okay, so your shop, is it right in front of you? Like, if you turn the camera on, can we see the shop, or you're kind of in a different area there?
Do you want to do a quick walk, or is it gonna be like Blair Witch for people? You
Can
can
we do
kind
a
of see
quick
it.
can we just do a
That
quick I just would love
is
to
the
see. Okay,
bottle
because
shop
you
through
said
that lounge. So this is
very
our
cool.
lounge. This is where
Wow.
people can drink and learn and hang out. We have our kava slushy machine, which is my personal favorite.
Oh, that's so
Um,
cool.
and then there might be a customer over here, but that's fine. So hello.
Hello.
And then this is the bottle shop.
Oh,
So
so nothing
yeah.
on the floor. You were saying everything's up. Look at that. I love how those shelves are. That's
So we did all
beautiful.
of
Zane, that's
that.
gorgeous.
Thank you. And then back here is our wine
Oh, I love it. I love it. I
and
look Monday
our
morning.
beer
That looks
wall.
so good.
Yep. So that
This
was our
looks
point, was
incredible.
just again teaching that it's not a liquor store, because you think everybody knows the story of like bars, right? They're dark, they're dim lit, they're whatever. Everybody knows what bars are. But if you think about even liquor stores, shit on the floor everywhere. It's hard. And if you walk around the corner and see somebody, you get startled because you're not expecting to see somebody. So it's
You're
like,
right. You're right.
and so I'm like, how do you teach that non-alcoholic is free and fun? It's like, it's bright, it's light, you can see clearly around the shop. There's not stuff, you're not startled when you go anywhere. So it was by design to have the shop kind of sit in that category, and it's been received pretty well. So been
Great.
very happy.
Great. Great. What part of San Diego are you in? What section?
We're in Pacific Beach.
Okay. Okay.
So kind of like central part of it.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I feel like I'm going to ask you right now, like, who your favorite children are of your girls, but can we
Oh, I can
talk a
answer
little
that.
bit about like your favorites? Yeah, you can. They'll never see this recording.
I know that everybody says they don't have a favorite, but I'm like, we all know that there's a
I know
favorite. But
my
I
dad
think
had a
we got
favorite.
a
I
favorite.
know
Yeah,
he
I think
did.
there's favorites. I think there's
Y-
favorites during seasons, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
oldest is about to be 11. She's in batting practice for puberty. So like she's just starting that journey where I'm like, but like the 8-year old, super easy. 5-year old, like 5 to 9 is kind of like my sweet spot of parenting where I'm like, it's
That's
fun.
so,
Like,
you guys need to have another baby then. Maybe you, yeah.
oh, we just got a puppy 2 weeks ago. So we're
Oh,
doing that journey now.
you are. Yeah. 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 You're going to find out.
No,
Oh,
you can
that's
ask
so
whatever you
funny.
want
I
to ask.
love that. Yeah. No, I'm curious, like I know everybody's tastes are different, but like, what are your personal favorite non-alcoholic wines? Can we start with wines?
Yeah, so I am excited for the first person to crank out the best non-alcoholic red wine. I think Sovi is good. I think there's a lot of like Tomorrow Cellars. I like what they did with all the bitter, and that like there's good wines out there. But I'm like, just that bold, punchy. I'm like, I just want
It
my
hasn't
bold
happened
red
yet
wine.
for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's what I'm like.
Okay.
But there, I drink all of my wines. So Sovi and Tomorrow Cellars, Geronimo, those are kind of like our go-to for sparkling. Bolle, hands down, takes the cake on that.
Really?
Um, Fantastic. I can't even say how much of that stuff I sell. So from any other
Okay.
sparkling white or rosé, Bolle out of the UK. If you have a chance to get Gary on your podcast, he's a stellar person, but his sparkling,
Okay.
fantastic.
Okay. I'll
Um,
invite him on. Perfect. Thank you.
and my favorite white wine I have is I like Sauvy's Chenin Blanc. That one's good. Bollet makes a really good Chardonnay, but the Good Vine Sauv Blanc is as close to a New Zealand Sauv Blanc as you can get. It's
I haven't had
fantastic.
that. Good vine?
Good Vines. Yep.
Good
I can
vines.
send
I
it to
haven't.
you. Yeah.
Okay. I can order you. Can you order on your shop? Like, can you order online and have it? Do you ship?
I don't. I will ship to people that I know. I'm not
Okay.
a shipping store because Jeff Bezos will kick my ass every time. And once
Yeah.
people start buying online, they start price shopping, and I can't keep up with
You can't
Jeff
compete. Yeah.
Bezos.
No,
I
you can't.
can't.
Yep.
And
Yep.
all
That
the
makes
other,
sense.
like everybody runs their promos, buy three, get one free. So it's like I just can't keep up with all of the
Yeah.
variables. So
Yep.
I'm in buy online in-store pickup for people I know. I will ship to them, no
That's
problem. But
smart. That's smart. Okay, perfect. I'll order a bottle of the good vines from you then for sure.
well, thank you.
Okay, so white, red, sparkling. Okay, so and then the beers go is top of your list.
Go Beagle Puss. And Beagle Puss is
Eagle
out of the
Puss?
Beagle Puss. It's the Groucho's, the glasses with the mustache and whatever thing. It's called a Beagle Puss.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
they're out on the East Coast. They're fantastic. So
Okay,
they make a
awesome.
great beer, and Below Brew out of the UK. Those three, I would say, are my top three favorite beers.
We love we love good Non-alcoholic products. Okay, Beagle Puss.
and Force Majeure out of Germany. There's just so many good beers out
There
there. Like,
are, yeah,
so
yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah. Do you
go
have anything on
Force
tap?
Majeure, Eagle Puss. No, I'm going through the health department right now because in
Oh,
California, everything.
yeah.
But because of that,
How
when
did you
I'm
even open
done,
this shop in Cal? How does anybody even open a business out there? I don't understand.
because you don't ask questions and you just open.
You just do,
So
and then you say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, we
I'm
needed a
9 months in,
certificate for
and
that."
I was doing an event. This is just a fun fact. I don't care. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
doing an event outside that I paid money to sponsor, and the
Okay.
health department rolled up on somebody else and came to my booth, and then it unlocked this whole thing. But I was like, that's fine. Like, and so it's a good thing because I
Yeah.
operated pretty low brow because I was like, I don't know what I can and can't do. I'm the first in San Diego. There's no benchmark. I can say, what do you
Wow.
do? And Orangely went through it.
Yep.
Dre went through it, but they're in different states.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
even if I talk to Ocean Beach Cafe, Josh, he has a like they serve food, they serve coffee, like it's a different model. I'm like, I'm a brick and mortar retail shop that does samples. What
Yeah.
am I?
Yeah.
So, anyways, but once I'm done, then I'll be a restaurant according to the health department. So now I'm going to do wine flights with charcuterie boxes. I'm
Oh,
going to get a
great.
tap. I mean, I already got a kava slushy machine, so a tap really isn't that
We won't
far
tell them
off.
about that. That's back in the corner. Nobody can see it.
Exactly.
No, they don't need to know what's happening. What about the functional drinks? Obviously, Cava Haven.
Kava Haven. I'm a big fan of Drome.
Yeah, it's so
So
good. Mhm.
so good. And
I'm
Dave,
having
just again that solid person, like just good, rounded people.
He's coming on the podcast. I have him we're booked already. Yep, excited to meet
Nice.
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Drome, we just recently came across Tweedle, the CBD out of Colorado.
Okay.
Um, Sidebar, it has lemon and ginger, and it's bitter, equal parts with kava, lemon, ginger, bitter. It turns out to this beautiful thing. Top with soda water if you want to. It slays. So really good
Delicious.
drink on that.
Okay.
And then we just stumbled across Sentia.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay. Yep.
yeah, so we just stumbled across them. We've started carrying them, and they we've learned how to use their product to make red wine feel more full bodied. So there's a secret recipe we're working on where you can make a functional red wine
Oh,
that doesn't taste bad. So yeah, last night we do trivia and bingo on Thursdays,
oh,
and I have
fun.
a guest
Fun.
bartender that comes in, and she made a sangria with Sentia red wine and fruit, and it was great. So yeah,
Great. Great.
those are the functional ones we're really big on right now.
Love it. Okay, I know for the non-alcoholic spirits, you mentioned, Amethyst, which we're both actually,
Amethyst,
Jane
yes,
shout out to Jane of Amethyst. She's the one who, said, "You need to have Zane on the podcast. You guys need to
she's
meet." So,
fantastic. Yeah,
I love
she's
her.
a great
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like what else do I have? We use a lot of sober out of Spirit of Virtues. I think Spirit of
Oh,
Virtue as a whole is fantastic because their Glendocious line for Scotch out of Scotland and their sober rye and bourbon whiskeys work really well. So I think the sober line, fantastic. And what else do we do? I'd say those two, really.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those two.
Delicious. There's so many good options. Okay,
Yep.
I wanna make sure what's the address where you are? Well, let's put that
1854 1854 Garnett Avenue in San
Garnet
Diego, California.
Garnet Avenue. Okay, anybody, if you're traveling out to San Diego or you live in the area, please swing by Monday morning, bottle shop. I would love to make a little field trip out there.
You should. And by the time you get out here, we're in talks of a second location. I won't say where yet,
It's awesome,
but
Zane.
we're trying to take over. So
It's
we're
awesome.
having fun. So when you come
Having
out, maybe you'll have a few different options.
having fun. That's the most important thing, right? Is just having fun, staying sober, enjoying great things to drink. There's so many options when we're not drinking. So, yeah.
Correct.
Zane, thank you
Awesome.
so much for your time. Thank you for the
Thank you, Deb. Of
little look around of the shop and
course. Thank
everything.
you.
Love, love, love seeing everything. Thank you for all your
Thanks for day
recommendations.
drinking with me.
Yes, day drinking, big time cheers to you
Cheers.
and to Monday morning. No regrets.